I went home, back to my usual life, fed my cat, did the chores, and tried to keep things normal. Meanwhile, she was gone, vanished without a trace. No goodbye, no emotional farewell on live TV. Whoopi Goldberg had reportedly fled the country, right as the $800 million defamation lawsuit filed by rising conservative star Karoline Leavitt went into high gear. And this wasn't just another media scandal, it was a full-scale crisis behind the scenes. ABC was spiraling. Emails were getting scrubbed, advertisers hit pause, and public relations teams were in full-blown panic mode, which basically meant screaming into pillows behind closed doors. And Whoopi? She vanished. Sources say she boarded a flight out of the US just days after the court fast-tracked discovery in Karoline's case. Some said she was taking time off. Others whispered something else: escape. What really happened? Why did Whoopi vanish? And how did this lawsuit escalate into one of the most chaotic media storms in recent memory? Well, let's rewind. It started like any other political guest segment. Karoline Leavitt, young, composed, sharp, and unapologetically conservative, walked onto The View. She knew exactly what she was stepping into, a lion's den that rarely welcomes voices like hers. Hair pristine, posture straight, gaze unwavering, she sat down and smiled, ready to engage. But the tone was set instantly. Joy Behar struck first, brushing off Karoline's political experience with a sarcastic laugh, treating her resume like it was a joke. Then Sunny Hostin jumped in, folding her arms and tossing out the phrase, white privilege, like a grenade. She questioned Karoline's qualifications, mocked her beliefs, and implied she didn't earn her spot, she was handed it. And then came Whoopi, the eye roll, the knowing smirk, and the line that exploded into legal infamy: "You're not here because you earned it. You're a product of right-wing pity politics." The audience howled with laughter. The host smirked. The camera zoomed in for the reaction shot, but Karoline didn't break. No witty comeback, no meltdown. Just a calm nod, a polite smile, and a quiet composure born from years of being underestimated. But what they didn't know: she wasn't walking away defeated, she was calling her lawyers. No tweet storm, no podcast, no media meltdown, just legal action. And ABC had no idea what was coming. News broke like a lightning strike. Karoline Leavitt sues The View for $800 million. The lawsuit wasn't vague, it was explosive, a 100-page dossier accusing Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and ABC of calculated defamation and character assassination. This wasn't just heated TV banter, it was a pre-planned media takedown, with production notes, backstage audio, and damning internal emails. One memo read, "Open soft with Joy joke about youth, let Sunny pivot to race angle, Whoopi can deliver the ideological kill shot." Another, "Karoline is trending, go hard. This is our moment." It was scripted. It was deliberate. It was brutal. Legal analysts across networks couldn't believe it. This wasn't just an ugly moment on live TV, it was a trap, a character hit job caught on camera and paper. Karoline's legal team timed everything down to the second: eye rolls, laughter, teleprompter cues. But the real shock came from what was never aired. Emails, internal meeting notes, and even hot mic moments exposed a coordinated plan to embarrass and humiliate Karoline. In one off-camera exchange, Whoopi allegedly leaned in and said, "She's all scripted. Toss her a Trump grenade, watch her freeze." A CNN litigation expert called it targeted character demolition. And public opinion? It flipped overnight. Even skeptics started backing Karoline. Neutral political voices began demanding accountability from ABC. While the media storm built up, Whoopi started to crack. Insiders said she began showing up late, ignoring producers, skipping rehearsals, and clashing with staff. Then came the official court summons, not a generic letter, a full-blown court order. And that's when Whoopi stopped laughing. Her demeanor shifted completely. One producer even overheard her saying backstage, "I didn't think she'd actually go through with it." But Karoline wasn't bluffing. With the court accelerating the case, Whoopi found herself cornered. Karoline's legal team ramped things up, demanding everything: Slack messages, Zoom recordings, unedited footage, internal memos. What they uncovered made things even worse. Another email titled, Karoline Poke Strategy, outlined exactly how to trigger her. Sunny hits with race, Joy jabs her qualifications, Whoopi lands the Trump line. Nothing was spontaneous. One Slack message literally read, let Whoopi take it home with sarcasm. Trigger her with tone jabs. Keep cameras rolling for reaction cuts. In court, never-before-seen footage was played. A hot mic caught Whoopi saying, toss her a Trump grenade. Analysts in the courtroom gasped. CNN commentators said it plainly, this was not accidental. This was an ambush. And while Whoopi spiraled, Karoline remained poised. Her courtroom appearance was understated, no dramatics, just a calm, focused presence with a binder full of receipts. Across the political spectrum, people took notice. Karoline wasn't trying to win headlines. She was trying to win a precedent. And Whoopi. Just days before she was scheduled to testify under oath, she vanished. ABC called it a wellness break, but no one was buying it. The timing was suspicious. Insiders claimed she boarded a private jet from JFK to Florence, Italy, possibly hiding out in a Mediterranean villa owned by Hollywood elites. Others suggested she was off-grid on a private island. Wherever she went, she didn't show up to court. Legal analysts were blunt. You don't disappear before a deposition unless you've got something to hide. Twitter exploded. Where is Whoopi? Began trending. TikTokers posted split-screen videos, Whoopi mocking Karoline one moment, courtroom sketch with haunted eyes the next, followed by a jet engine taking off. Memes rolled in, Karoline in a blazer holding court documents, Whoopi clutching a passport. It wasn't just conservatives talking now, liberal voices started asking questions. ABC's PR department issued a robotic statement about health journeys. Viewership dipped. Advertisers paused. The network was bleeding. Meanwhile, Karoline kept quiet. No gloating, no interviews. Just quiet momentum. She didn't need to attack back, the show was unraveling on its own. Internal ABC memos reportedly admitted as much. We are hemorrhaging trust, viewership, and credibility. We must prepare for the possibility of cancellation. Joy Behar was said to be furious. Sunny Hostin's legal background, once a bragging point, became a liability. Headlines asked, how did the lawyer on set not see this lawsuit coming? Staff morale tanked. Emergency meetings were held. Backup hosts were being auditioned. And still, Karoline said nothing. She didn't have to. The narrative had flipped. This wasn't about politics anymore. It was about integrity, about media accountability. And even if Whoopi returns, if she returns, it won't matter. The damage is already done. A legacy decades in the making, now clouded by a defamation lawsuit. When people run out of truth, they fill the silence with noise. They talk at you, not to you. They ramble when they have nothing real to say. And maybe that's what Whoopi was doing all along, rambling, blabbing, filling airtime with empty rhetoric. But Karoline. She stayed quiet, did the work, and let the facts speak. And now, the world is listening.